The Antarctic, a mysterious frozen continent, is about 1.5 times the size of the United States, 99% of which is covered by ice. Did you know that it contains about 70% of the planet's freshwater and 90% of the Earth's ice? Being the least populated continent, it keeps a lot of secrets. Of course, the more we explore and analyze Antarctica, the less it seems mysterious to us. We already know why water in the blood falls is red. However, conspiracy theorists have developed many theories trying to find out what secrets the ancient glaciers keep. And surprisingly, the Antarctica discoveries from a Nazi base to the most ancient pyramid in the world. Here are the 10 bizarre things hidden right underneath the Antarctic ice. Number 10. Underneath mountain lakes. There are many things hidden under the thick layers of ice in Antarctica, and some of them are already discovered. One such discovery is the underground lakes. Scientists first found the lakes in 1970 with help of echo sounding, which is very similar to using radars to locate aircraft in the sky. The estimated amount of lakes under the 3 kilometers of ice is 400. But this estimation is approximate, and scientists suggest there could be twice as many lakes there, because there are many regions that weren't examined. Most likely, these lakes were formed after the separation from Antarctica from Gondwanaland, which was a supercontinent many years ago. Number 9. Blood falls. This flow of red liquid in the middle of the Snow Kingdom has been confusing scientists since the beginning of the past century. In 1911, an Australian geologist first discovered the blood waterfall, and the quest to solve this riddle began. Scientists understood very quickly that the water was red due to the high iron content, but it would be years before they could prove this theory. It turned out that there was an underground lake not far from the falls with water full of oxidized iron, which gave the water this color. Puzzle solved. What do you think? Number 8. Underneath methane. Have you ever heard about Abraham Lake in Canada, full of mesmerizing ice bubbles? If yes, have you ever wondered what these bubbles are? It's frozen methane, which comes from microbes digesting organic matter in water. Methane is a greenhouse gas worse than carbon dioxide, and although it looks beautiful when frozen, it poses a serious threat to mankind's well-being. Right now, huge amounts of methane are frozen and hidden in the ice of Antarctica, but if glaciers continue to recede, it may lead to the explosion of a methane bomb, which we'd better avoid. After all, it's all in our hands. Number 7. Giant hole. A hole larger than the Netherlands or the size of Maine has opened in Antarctica in 2017. These holes aren't something new to Antarctica, and they are known as polynyas. However, this hole, or polynyas, is the biggest one since the 1970s. According to National Geographic, this phenomenon happens with warm water being pushed toward the surface with ocean currents, which makes the ice layer on the top melt. When the Antarctic atmosphere comes in contact with the surface water, it sinks and cools, then heats up again and rises back towards the surface. Number 6. Dangerous bacteria. Scientists have found microbes underneath the ice of Antarctica and bacteria hiding right in the ice. Researchers aren't sure if it is a functional ecosystem or just disorganized hubs of life. But what they know is that the bacteria found in ice samples are old and date back to 420,000 years ago. Scientists also aren't sure if ice acts as a preservative that makes the microbes intact until the ice melts, or if active microbial communities are living inside the ice. Another question that pops into mind is if these bacteria are dangerous. The potential of that is rather high. Maybe by not being able to deal with global warming, we're slowly opening Pandora's box. Number 5. The pyramid. Do you remember everyone saying pyramids found in the Antarctic could change the history of humanity from a couple of years ago? Well, let's take a closer look at this mysterious discovery. There's really a formation in the Antarctic that looks like a pyramid, and it's even been nicknamed a pyramid. But it's only a mountain that looks like a pyramid. And it wasn't discovered by Google Maps as some people say. It was first encountered during a 1910 to 1913 expedition in Antarctica, and it was kept secret from the average man. After 100 years, people found out about it and started to create conspiracy theories around it. It is a nunatak, which is simply a peak of rock sticking out above a glacier or an ice sheet. This one has the shape of a pyramid, but that doesn't make it a human construction. Look at Mount Búlandstindur in Iceland or Matterhorn in the Alps. They also look like pyramids, while being mountains. The fact is that pyramidal peaked mountains are a phenomenon that you can often see in glaciated areas, and pyramids found in Antarctica is one of them. Number 4. Hidden city. We already know that there are hundreds of lakes hidden underneath the thick ice of Antarctica. But what if there's something more? There are people who suggest that the frozen continent is home to the lost city of Atlantis. If we take into consideration that a long time ago, Antarctica was a warm place like Los Angeles, and it was a very appropriate place to build a city, it would be quite logical to suggest that this area was inhabited. The society that could have existed there came to an end with that last ice age, which completely froze the continent. So, it's quite possible that some kind of society lived in Antarctica before the Ice Age, but whether it's the lost city of Atlantis or some other civilization, we really can't tell for sure. Number 3. Mysterious meteorite. Not so long ago, a team from Japan and Belgium discovered a hefty meteorite from Mars in the eastern Antarctic. This is the biggest meteorite found in East Antarctica for 25 years. This is something very exceptional. When you find such a meteorite on Earth, it means that when it was in the sky, it was much larger. Just imagine the expedition has spent 40 days collecting 75 kilograms of the meteorite. In fact, there are a lot of scientists and adventurers who travel to Antarctica in search of meteorites. Number 2. Underneath oil. Did you know that there's oil in Antarctica? But it's too dangerous to extract it, and we better leave it where it is. The Madrid Protocol, signed in 1991 in the capital of Spain, regulates the environmental protection of Antarctica and bans all commercial mining until 2048. Today, there are no plans for commercial mining in Antarctica, and no known plans to reverse the collective decision for Antarctica's environmental protection. In fact, the weather, quantity of ice, and distance from industrialized areas make the extraction of oil very expensive and dangerous. So let's hope that international agreements won't be broken because of someone's greed or ignorance. Number 1. Underneath Nazi base. There are theories that Germans built a station in Antarctica to fly to the moon, and that Hitler didn't commit suicide and fleed to Antarctica instead. While these rumors are false, Germans were really exploring Antarctica and built a hidden base 960 kilometers from the North Pole. Knowing Hitler's passion for mysteries, Nazis did an expedition to India and Tibet to find the powerful artifact called the Spear of Destiny, which would grant Hitler victory in war. It's no wonder that he searched for something in Antarctica. The Nazi base in Antarctica didn't exist long and was abandoned 70 years ago, after its crew was poisoned by the meat of the polar bear. Well, what do you think of these mysterious discoveries underneath the Antarctic ice? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, I'm sure you're going to love to watch our video about how it would look if ancient architectural marvels were reconstructed again on our channel. Make sure to click the subscribe button for future notifications and never miss our videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned.